Asian films, unbelievable packaging. Why wasn't I told about this sooner? Today on the SuperCaZt Physical Properties, we're talking about 88 films. Check it out.
1, 2, 3, step!
Hi folks, welcome into Physical Properties. This is Steve Z here, the man up at the Z in SuperCaZt. But this is not the SuperCaZt. This is actually Physical Properties, where we're talking about physical media. If I decide to keep this as a segment on the channel, we'll see. But I wanted to highlight a company that I just recently found out that I think is making exquisite work. They're based out of England. They're called 88 Films Limited. And I really wish I would have known about them sooner, just because it's like in a lab they devised the perfect physical media for me. Because it's amazing Asian cinema. It's awesome martial arts films. At least that's what I bought so far. I know they do giallo and spaghetti westerns and other stuff too, but I'm mainly getting these. So that is amazing to get these released, these films, just get them out there. So that's one thing they have in their favor. But in addition to that, these people have some amazing transfers. They're using Golden Harvest. But basically, this 4K right here, this is them dabbling in 4K Dragons forever. It blew my mind. I was amazed at the transfer. I bought another product, also amazing transfer. So I'm really impressed with their work when it comes to just the quality. But to boot, they have some of the best packaging I've seen at a pretty reasonable price. So let's look at 88 films today. Here are the releases I've got. So let's start with the Blu-ray. This is gorgeous here in my hand. This is a Jackie Chan film from the early 90s. It's pretty well known, mainly because of this scene that's featured here on the packaging. This fight between Jackie and Brad Allen here. And you're like, okay, so it's a fight. The movie's called Gorgeous. What sense does that make? Well, it doesn't make much sense, but it's a pretty cool movie. I enjoy it. I had it on DVD prior to this. It was the international cut, which after watching this one, I'm like, yeah, the international cut doesn't make much sense. The Hong Kong cut actually is a pretty decent movie. It's more than just these two spectacular action sequences. It's actually a romantic comedy of sorts. And so this might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I think anybody that clicked on this video can at least appreciate what we have here. So let's look at this thing. So this is gorgeous, and this packaging, as I said, is gorgeous. So when you first look in this thing, you're gonna realize, oh, packaging is different in here. Actually, you do have the chance of having this amazing artwork here. Don't know the guy that painted it, but he's really good. He does a lot of the packaging here. But I switched mine over because that's another great thing about a lot of these 88 film releases is this reversible cover art. Amazing. You get that choice. I love that. So I reversed it and put the original Hong Kong art on here just because I already have the slip right here. Got this right here, so you can show off both. I really like that aspect of it. I mean, that's just something only physical media nerds like. But once we get inside the packaging, and this is just a Blu-ray, like I said, but they've really keyed it up on this. This is a 2K scan, and it's really beautiful film. I did notice there was some interesting sort of like fluctuations and lighting and things like that. So that could be due to the compression. That could have been what they shot it on. I don't know enough about it, but I thought the film looked pretty good. I would like to see it in 4K eventually, but hey, I'm happy with this for now. Mainly because they gave us some extras in here, and I always like companies that go the extra mile. So you will see that there is a pretty lengthy booklet in here, not as lengthy as the ones in the 4Ks, but a good bit of booklet here with some essays about what this film is about. Talks a little bit about Jackie's history going into it. Talks a little bit about Brad Allen here, why he's featured in the film. So that's pretty cool. Plus, we have our poster, which this will be hanging one day. Once I have all the 88 films assembled, I'm going to have all these posters hanging up. So until then, it's going to stay in the Blu-ray case. Pretty happy with this release. It's pretty inexpensive. I think it's around $22 or so, $20. Depends on when you get it. Get it on Amazon, wherever you like to get your stuff. But yeah, that one's pretty cool. It's definitely worth checking out. It's definitely your time. If you haven't seen the film yet, it's like a Friday night. Might be a date movie. It depends on your date, who you're with. My wife and I, we watched this one together. We really like it. Can't wait to show her the HK cut. I think she's going to like that even more. So moving along, we have another Jackie Chan film, and this is the one that ended up being the second one I bought. This is Dragons Forever. As I said, it's on 4K. Actually, I removed the J card that comes on this thing. That not only tells you the specs and everything on the back, but it also tells you, hey, this is 4K, guys, in case you didn't know. So I got to do that on packaging nowadays. But Dragons Forever, this is a neat film with Jackie Chan, along with two other Kung Fu dynamos, martial arts masters, whatever you want to call them. The members of what they called in the 80s the Three Dragons. And that's Sima Hung Yun Biao, who, hope I pronounced his name right, but these guys are awesome. And this was my first really introduction to them. I'd seen them in other films, obviously, but this is the first time I saw these three guys with their dynamic together. I tried Wheels on Wheels prior to this, but I couldn't get through it because it was just a stupid dub. I've since rectified that. But back to Dragons Forever. Dragons Forever is an amazing movie. It's really got it all. It's got a love story in there. It's got comedy. It's got some of the best actions. Tons of stunts. It's really cool. All right, so here, this is Dragons Forever. And like I said, this is an amazing release. So we just look inside. And yeah, you see this is pretty thick. It's going to take up a little bit of room on your shelf, but not like, I would say it's about the length of, if you guys remember, like the Indiana Jones collection or the Back to the Future collection. So I kind of like that because it does look hefty. This does look like a cool release, but it's not like, you know, where you have like 8 discs together. That's kind of cumbersome. But yet again, we got some amazing cover art. It gets pretty much all the major scenes and all the characters in the film. I mean, you got everything from Benny the Jet and Jackie squaring off here. You got Jackie looking all tough, obviously. You got your other guys here. My favorite here is Samo on the back with his very sophisticated listening equipment. So just, you look at it and it makes you want to see the film because like all these are highlighting amazing scenes. This one with the 3 guys at the bar, I don't know. It's all warm and fuzzy for me. These guys were great together. We get this in this, once again, Hong Kong art. I reversed mine over. And this kind of shows you what the film is like. Like I said, it's got it all, but it's very, very silly. You want to think Three Stooges meets Kung Fu. And it's got some 3 amazing ladies here, too, that they just got kind of snuck in the corner. But definitely a really cool movie. Let's look at the release. So inside you will see you have your lobby cards. Yeah, lobby cards are cool, showing off all the great things. We got our 4K here on the left, and on the right we got our Blu-ray. Yet again, some great artwork on that disc. This is a cool release. I don't think I got enough cools in there, but tried it one more just for good measure. Once again, we have some essays. This one's even thicker. Amazing. I didn't show off the pictures in the other one too. It's got some great steals from this film, but also from other films of the time period. And once again, we have our poster. And this one, you can choose which side you want. Do you want the cool artwork or do you want the Hong Kong? I don't know. I like them both. I'll decide later whenever I hang up all my posters which ones I shall hang. So yeah, this one is a gem. I highly recommend that anybody check it out. It's definitely worth your time. This right here is $28, and yeah, that seems a little bit pricey just for a martial arts film, but believe me, it's worth your time for the amount of work they put into this release and the amount of extras you get. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. And I should be saying super about this last one, because what we have here is Police Story 3 SuperCaZt. Now, this is actually the first one I bought. This is the one that kind of introduced me to this company. I did not know what I was getting into when I bought this. I thought it was just going to be Police Story 3. Needed it. Didn't have it yet. And it's on 4K. That's amazing. That's really cool. And then I got it, and this packaging just blew me away. Made me want to get more. But this film is really cool because it kind of ends that original run of Police Story movies. I don't like it as much as Police Story 1 and 2, but I will say it's a very groundbreaking film for this lady right here, Michelle Yeoh. So I know she's done a lot of prior to this, Yes, Madam, the other movies with Cynthia Rothrock. I can't ever say her name right. But this is her with Jackie Chan, the biggest guy in Hong Kong at the time. And they're teaming up, and they really did bring it in this one. To me, Michelle in particular, the stunts that she does in this one, such as the dirt bike on the train. Yeah, I'm not going to show the clip here. I will not show a still. You see it on the packaging. It's one of the amazing stunts. And I'm just like, how did she do that? So let's look at the packaging. And last but not least, we're looking at Police Story 3 here, SuperCaZt, whatever you want to call it. And this is much better than what we got in the States originally. Those that grew up in the 90s, you all remember the SuperCaZt with Jackie kicking forward. I think there was one with a helicopter on the cover. It was very basic. They just basically reused the same Jackie Chan pose in so many DVD releases. So not very good. I remember getting it on VHS and on DVD later. Not very cool, but this is amazing. Once again, I like the 4K ones the best because they really show off every great scene in this film. We got Michelle showing off her cool scenes. We got the confrontation between the Chinese martial arts experts. And yeah, this one's really a neat film. This SuperCaZt, I think the neat thing about it is really that we pick it up in a weird time of history of Hong Kong and its relationships with China. It's just a very interesting film. I highly recommend everybody go check it out. But inside the packaging, yet again, I'm going to show them in reverse this time. Let's look at the poster first. So the poster is actually some different sort of art, which is kind of threw me for a loop. It's different than packaging that's on the Blu-ray, and you don't get the alternate one. So if you really like this one, sorry it doesn't make it to the poster. That's one knock against it. But then we also have this yet more artwork. This is what you see on the Eureka release, I believe. And I don't remember if 88 Films did another release of this, but I've seen this one around, Police Story 3. That one, I'm glad they didn't go with that. That's not too cool. And then finally I have the Hong Kong art on mine. I like it. It reminds me a lot of a James Bond type of film here. And on the back, it's just Jackie looking all smug, but all these people like looking at him. Inside, guess what we have? Of course, we have a 4K. We have a Blu-ray. Once again, different artwork. Ooh, that's not the best drawing of Jackie on there. Sorry, I've been commenting the artwork so far, but I like the one on the Blu-ray a little bit better. Being super picky here. And once again, we have a lot of lobby cards. And I didn't point out in my last one, there's like 8 to 10 in here. They're reversible, different art on both sides. So they really give you your money's worth with 88 Films. This is about $27 to $28 right now. So to me, for a 4K with all these extras in here and all this stuff, I didn't go into the extra cuts or any of the other releases on any of these discs. But these generally have 2 to 3 cuts of the film on each of them, such as the Japanese cut, the Hong Kong cut, and the international cut. Pick your choose whichever one you're in the mood for. They're all great. But yeah, this one it's really good. I kind of want to see it again just to see if it does get better the second or third time I watch it. Because right now I would say it's a good bit not as good as the other 2 Police Story films. But still, it's pretty great. And as we're finishing up here, I just want to say 88 Films, you guys keep it up. You guys are blowing it out of the park. You guys are amazing. I'm going to tell all my friends about you. I'm going to get all my cash. I'm going to give it to you. Just keep releasing great stuff like this in America, elsewhere too, obviously. But we want to get those region-free discs. We want those amazing 4K releases so everybody can enjoy this and everybody can get to know these films because that's what it's all about. It's about people getting these movies in their hands, not the dubbed versions. Hey, if you like dub, that's cool, but come on. give everybody a chance. So giving everybody a chance to have these in their collections, be able to watch them, share with their friends. That's what it's all about. So guys, thanks for joining us here on Physical Properties. Hope you guys can check out 88 Films, and please check out our other videos. Definitely need to check out our podcast if you haven't already. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks for being here. We'll see you.